Ramen Rat brings us. Telling someone to not eat so much junk food is classist, fatphobic, and ableist. Okay, so let's get the classist aspect first. Extremely processed and unhealthy foods tend to be cheaper than, let's say, a head of lettuce. By telling someone not to eat junk food, you are assuming that they have the effing money for $100 worth of veggies and supplements, which is effed up, especially in this day and age when big-wig CEOs and politicians are hoarding more and more money from exploiting innocent people nonstop. Fatphobic because fat people are stigmatized for being fat, and as a result they're noticed far more often and therefore ridiculed when they eat anything over 30 calories. As a fat person myself, I feel ashamed whenever I eat something that doesn't grow out of the ground, not to mention that more and more people nowadays are expected to be skinny, and as a result more people find eating junk food is ugly and shameful. Camp as Christmas replied, I can't stress the importance of price per meal enough. So a McDonald's value meal is about $6.99 where I live. I just bought one on Wednesday. The supermarket ingredients to make the same meal at home will run about $10 or more if you don't already have pickles, condiments, and spices in the cupboard. Checkmate. Right? Wrong. I always get 4 burgers out of a package of ground beef, which makes dinner for my family of 3 with 1 left over for lunch. I cut the cost of that value meal by more than half the price per person. The best part is there's a half a bag of frozen fries left over, 4 leftover burger buns and cheese slices, pickles, onion, etc. just waiting for me to spend only $5 next time to replenish the meat and make 4 more value meals. So what I spent on Wednesday for 2 people, $15 for my daughter and myself, I could make 8 at home. Incontrovertible Snail brings us,
I don't know. The handmaids are all pretty trim. There was one heavier lady when they're all standing in the gym after the June Natalie shaming circle. I noticed because I was like, I think that's the first fat handmaiden I've seen. How is that so? They're even slim looking when they're pregnant. And no one give me some line about food being regulated. Like there is definitely a genetic component. Aunt Lydia can't be the only person in Gilead who has a higher than ideal BMI.
Ostentia replied, I seriously can't imagine watching a show like A Handmaid's Tale and having that be my takeaway. Miss Beaver83 brings us, interrogate your type. Are you attracted to tall men because they make you feel small in a fat-phobic world? Thin women because you unconsciously think it reflects on your ability to attract the ideal? Are you a fat person who wants to feel more normative by having the endorsement of a partner in a normative body? I don't judge anyone. I'm just not attracted to blank people, and you can't change that. Much of our thinking about attraction and the types we believe do it for us are socially constructed. If you are limiting yourself to the shallowness of types of human beings you are willing to engage with, you are deeply limiting your experience of the world. How much of who you are attracted to is more about you than about them? It's a matter of retraining the brain away from misogynist, racist, classist archetypes that are ingrained in us from the first time we watch a Disney movie. Picture someone you would not ordinarily consider your type. Picture yourself with them, in public, in private. Just sit with this idea. Examine any uncomfortable feelings of pushback that arise. Exercise your brain away from shallow categories. You're not doing those people any favors. Trust and believe fat people in particular have plenty of options. And none of us are trying to date fat mythic people in the first place, so you probably don't have a chance. Lol, but you are doing yourself a favor when you push away from accepting cultural norms as universal truths. Oxum Penguin replied, Congratulations, you've just endorsed conversion therapy. The Fallen Angel brings us, recognized experts over time. In the 1980s, leading scientists. In the 1990s, PhD students. In the 2000s, media experts. 2010s, Karen on Facebook. Seabones replied, Oh, but Karen went to a seminar for the MLM shakes and supplements she's pushing, and they told her that their shakes literally boost your DNA to fight fat specifically in your butt. Why would a poopy MLM that will say anything to sell products lie to people? Bow-legged Penguin replied, You're going to regret making fun of Karen when she makes her first million at age 25. Of course, when you subtract all the money she spent on fat burners and shakes, the total profit comes to minus $37.54. Tell you what 66 brings us. Important. Obese and overweight are slurs against fat people. Riled replied. Okay, how about fluffy and extra fluffy? Feel better? Your diabetes resolved? Those joints not so achy? And that sleep apnea? I thought not. Maybe it's time to lose some fluff. What? We're right back where we started? Well, maybe the problem isn't a word.